Welcome. I'm Steph, an intuitive hypnotist from Quebec, Canada.
I'm Julie, a past life regression hypnotist and Reiki healer from Wisconsin.
And together, we are the Soulful Mystics. Hey, Steph here. Just a little reminder that May is Julie's birthday month, and she's offering an amazing 50% off discount for the entire month of May. I highly suggest booking with her because she's amazing at what she does, and why not do so before the coupon runs out? For more info, check out her site, soulseekerhypnosis.com. And to find out more about me and my introductory rate, visit soulfulstephanie.com. Be sure to hop on our email list to stay up to date with any offerings and any future discounts and promotions. Also, if you like the Soulful Mystics podcast, please take a moment to give us 5 stars. This really helps people find us, and we would greatly appreciate it. And if you love this podcast, maybe even write us a review. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who already showed us some love. Chelsea wrote, "First episode and I'm hooked. Wow, I can't wait to listen to the rest." Thank you, Chelsea. Oh, and Mary wrote, "Stephanie and Julie blend their similar but different perspectives beautifully. Would recommend this podcast for anyone seeking to open spiritually or for those that have had experiences with opening up to who they are. It honestly means the world to us to know that our stories are reaching people and that this show is connecting to others." In this episode, I had the pleasure to work with the amazing Mary. Mary is one of those people who need a first name only intro, in my opinion. I first met Mary through kinship with Gina Sear, the host of Past Lives and the Divine podcast. We've only met virtually, but our connection always felt really strong. Well, that's not entirely true. We actually met a few times while in hypnosis, while in kinship, and also within the dream realm, but that's a story for another day. For this session, Mary set the intention to explore a life that gave her insight on why she's always had this feeling of not belonging and a sense that something or someone is missing in her life. She had some questions for the spirit guide portion that I wanted to provide a little context on. A couple of her questions were about why she always felt like she was adopted and why she added a sister to her family portrait drawing in school when she was younger. And I'd like to read what Mary sent me in her own words so that you can understand where these questions came from. So Mary wrote, "As a child, I felt like I didn't belong, frequently asking my mom if I'd been adopted, even though I knew I had not. I even made up an older sister in 1st or 2nd grade. We were asked to draw our families, so I did. I just added a big sister. I didn't know that these pictures were going to be stapled to our bulletin board for parents' night. Oops. I just always felt like someday I would meet a part of my immediate family and everything would click and make sense. The problem was I knew all of my family. As an adult, I still carry this sense of loss or missing part, for lack of a better explanation. I was watching the show Long Lost Family about adoptees who find their parents or siblings, and I cry every time. I still feel like this. I don't want to feel like this. I want to feel like I belong, or to remember why I feel so out of place." And we definitely got insight into all of that through this session. This experience was so enlightening for me, so thank you, Mary, for choosing to work with me. We went into this session thinking we were going to do a past life regression, but her guides took us down a whole different path. As a facilitator, I was a bit confused at first because I wasn't sure if we were experiencing a past life on another planet or if this was a spirit guide. Eventually, I tuned into the fact that Mary was channeling. I could sense a shift in her energy. Her posture and the way she spoke changed a little bit, but that could happen with a regular past life regression. So I just kind of let them lead and tried to go with the flow. For the podcast, I cut out a lot of long pauses. Her session was just over an hour long, and she was channeling these beings for at least 50 minutes of it. The session was trimmed down to under 15 minutes without the silences, just to give you an idea of how long these silences can be in an actual session rather than what we post on the podcast. And at the end, I asked if there were any other messages for her, and she remained silent for maybe 5 minutes. I saw a slight shift in her posture and felt a little energetic shift. So I asked again if they had anything else they wanted to share. And there was maybe another 3 to 4 minutes of silence before she replied, "I don't see anybody." That was my sign that Mary was back. And it was, oh my God, it was so cool. So when you're listening, just keep in mind that there was about 10 minutes between the question and her saying, "I don't see anybody." I also included a short piece of us chatting about it right after the session, so you could hear about her experience from her own words. All right, here's Mary's session. And just take a few moments to allow and experience the details. And what are you aware of here?
Swirly light.
How does this swirly light make you feel? What do you know about it?
I don't know. I feel like myself. Just freedom.
Freedom?
Mm,
Good. How does that make you feel?
Relaxed.
Just really bringing in that relaxing feeling of freedom. Feel it through your whole body.
It's like I'm me, but I'm a part of all the other swirling stuff. Like there's no separation there.
Wow. And are there a lot of other swirling stuff around?
Yeah.
Good.
It's the consciousness. There's different ones.
And how do they appear different to you?
Like separate personalities or something. I can feel them, but I feel me.
Wow. And just being in that space, and just let me know what you're aware of within yourself or within this community of swirly light. Do you get any information on where you are in the universe?
Feel so far.
And if you take in the surroundings, does anything stand out to you?
It's just space. But if I think I can go back, so that's how close and far away I am at the same time.
Wow. And if you were to connect to the other swirly light beings around you, how do you communicate?
I feel them and they feel me,
And what else are you aware of here?
missing them.
Yeah. Just feel into that. Feel their love and the connection that you had with them. Do they have any messages for you?
We admire you. It's heavy where I am.
Yeah. Just pull in all that joy, really soak it in. If you were to focus on that joy and happiness and freedom, where do you feel it in your body or how does it show up for you?
I'm lighter inside.
Yeah, good. Is there anything else you want to explore here or do you want to move to another scene?
Maybe they'll come with me.
Yeah, we can invite them along. Do they have a name for you?
I can't seem to say it.
Okay, that's okay. So we're going to invite these swirly light beings to another scene that will help provide clarity for Mary. And just let me know when something changes or when more information comes in for you.
They're still light, but it's like I can't quite feel them as much. Like we're more separate or something.
Okay.
More solid light. Kind of a light body, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
It's more than one color of light.
Oh,
It's blue and gold and orange. It reminds me if you could see someone's aura,
okay.
like layers of light.
Beautiful.
It's pretty.
Yeah. And you can take a moment to really appreciate the beauty and just let me know what else you're aware of.
I feel like we're standing a place of our creation.
Wow. And can you tell me more about this place of your creation?
It's bright. You can hear water. It feels strange because I feel like I'm a body, but I'm not a body.
And what else is coming in here?
There's two of them with me.
Oh,
Yeah, they've always been with me.
and can you tell me more about them?
I would say like sisters. It's for humanity. That's why I was born in a body, for humanity to understand, to help them elevate
And do you get any information on how you can help them elevate?
the light. Humans have light too.
So these two other light beings that felt like sisters, Where are they now? Are they also in a body?
No,
Okay. Do you feel they're helping you from the other side fulfill this mission?
we help each other.
How do they communicate with you to help each other in this life as Mary?
The part of Mary that is not a body, that's the part that's still connected.
So focus on them. And when we're accessing these memories through the soul and subconscious, we're able to see or know a little bit more. And what else comes in, if anything?
Best way to understand humanity is through living it.
Yeah.
Mary helps them live it and feel it so they know and understand. Mary's not meant to know them. Mary's meant to be human.
Okay. I understand that Mary's meant to be human, but do you have any advice or insight on how Mary can feel more like she belongs here on earth, just to make it a little easier for her?
We've blocked much from her knowing that she can just be human.
Okay.
But there's a part of the consciousness that gives her clues.
Okay. Do you think Mary knows what those clues are, or can you give her some kind of idea of what to look for?
It's that uneasy feeling.
And what should she do when she feels that uneasy feeling?
Go.
Okay.
Just know what you know.
And now that I have you here, are you able to give me a name or something that Mary can refer to you as? Are you maybe a spirit guide for her?
In a way, in a manner of speaking, a guide.
Okay.
But she guides us as well.
And do you have any other messages or insights that you'd like to provide Mary with?
Knows more than she allows herself to remember.
Okay. Do you have any advice on how she can tap into that memory and trust the impression she's getting?
It's all there. It hasn't been erased. Most of that won't serve her now.
Okay. And what will serve her now? Anything she needs to know for her highest and greatest good?
She's where she's supposed to be.
Good. She's where she's supposed to be.
She's done more than she knows. A simple life provides much understanding, like a glowing orb in a field of wildflowers
Wow.
that cannot see itself because it's focused on the flowers.
That's beautiful. Are you able to give us any insight on what it is that you're trying to understand specifically? Or are you just trying to understand humanity itself to learn how to help them?
In a word, yes, there's more communication than one realizes. But yes,
Okay. And is there anything else you'd like to say?
much love.
Much love. Well, we are sending you much love as well. And thank you for all that you do. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
We're always there. It's always connected.
Yeah,
She's our sister. She's our sister.
amazing. So, is that why she feels like she's missing a sister? She's feeling or remembering you?
That is true.
I'm sure she'll be very happy to hear that, to just know that she has sisters watching out for her and communicating with her. Why was she shown this scene today?
It's a reminder.
And any insights or wisdom, anything she can know more about this?
Time and space are but an illusion.
Yeah.
There's always a connection to everything. It's hard to remember when you're living this human experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to separate.
And do you have any advice on what might make it a little bit easier?
Growth makes you aware of the connection.
Mm-hmm.
It is more of a learning to understand the connection than to separate it.
Okay. And do you have any advice on what Mary can learn in order to make this human experience a little bit easier and to feel that connection a little bit stronger?
Continue to tap in to rediscover the powers of the human.
Yeah.
You were meant to be a sovereign being. You have all the answers.
Yeah. And are you able to tell us a little bit more about what the powers of the human are? Anything that would help us in our journey?
create anything. Nothing is outside of you.
Okay.
You think you're a body, but that is just one reality. Feel past that. Allow your consciousness to feel past the body, to know who you are.
And do you have anything else, any other messages you'd like to add?
Knowledgeable soul knows but a fractal of it all. It's okay. Be open to learning.
Amazing. And I'm just going to call upon one of Mary's spirit guides that can help provide her with a little bit of clarity, a little bit of insight into why Mary's always felt like she was adopted in this life.
There's always a part that will be connected. And since your consciousness is continually connected, you can feel all of the parts. The more open to what is brings that to the forefront of your consciousness.
Oh.
It is your differences that make you unique.
Yeah.
It is those differences that help you learn.
And I was curious if anyone can provide Mary with any clarity for when she was a child and drew a family portrait for school, but added an older sister in that drawing.
She could create a companion that was like her here, to not feel alone.
Okay. And can you give us any insights or wisdom on why she's always felt adopted, or why she feels so connected to people who were adopted?
The conscious part, the part that is not just her human soul. Her consciousness can feel the whole on some level.
Okay. And does any of Mary's spirit guides or enlightened beings have any other messages for her today?
It's a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
It's hidden in a regular person.
Beautiful. And before we return to the present moment, is there anything that would help Mary right now? If we do a body scan, is there any part that needs healing during this session, or is it complete for today?
Organs, just a minute.
Is there anything else you want to share here?
I don't see anybody.
Okay, so we're just going to return to the present moment. We're going to send love and gratitude to your guides and any other enlightened being that was helping to guide and protect and provide messages today. Oh, how are you feeling?
Tired. Like I just woke up.
Yeah. I feel like we didn't really go into a past life. I think it was more like almost like a spirit guide session, I would say. Felt like I had to write, and I was able to write the whole first part. And then my intuition told me to write on the computer to be able to send it to you immediately afterwards. So I don't know if you don't remember, but
I don't.
yeah, that's what I figured was happening.
Yeah, I don't remember. Usually past life regressions I can write about. I don't remember.
I don't think it was a past life regression at all. I don't know what it was exactly.
Okay.
I think it was more like we were speaking to enlightened beings. So it was more like
some kind of guides.
Yeah, I'd say. I'm going to send you that so that you can read it and have a little bit of insight of what you experienced or what we experienced.
How long was I under?
At least an hour 15.
Really? It doesn't feel like that long.
Yeah, it was really interesting.
Was it? I
yeah.
can't wait to hear it because I feel like I can remember parts of it's like a dream almost. I don't remember your questions. Normally past life regressions, I can like kind of remember the questions and then what I was thinking or feeling or seeing.
Yeah.
And I don't remember I don't remember anything that you asked.
Interesting.
To be honest with you.
Honestly, I don't know that I remember it either. I think we were both in it, and then it was divinely guided for sure. Because even some of the ways that I would say things didn't feel like me, but I don't know. I'll send you the photo of the ones I took by hand as well. That was like the past life scene. And then I think we automatically transitioned into a space where you were channeling. So it was more of like a channeling session, I would say. I don't know if there's a name for it, but it was really cool.
Well, you know what? It might have been because I remember at a point I could feel my eyes move. And that's what happens sometimes. Like it's distracting because I can feel movement up here.
Yeah.
like my eyes moving. And it's like probably what if you're in like a REM sleep,
Yeah.
obviously you're sleeping and you're consciously don't feel your eyes do that. But part of me is conscious. So I feel this like fluttering in underneath my eyelids.
Yeah.
And yet I can't stop the fluttering and I can't open my eyes.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of this weird, funky thing. So probably at some point I was very deep. And then
'Cause
consciously I don't remember anything.
yeah. I could actually see your eyes moving as well.
Yeah.
How cool was that? And in our next episode, Julie and I get together with Mary to chat about all kinds of interesting metaphysical things. And that's it for today's episode. Until next time, stay curious.